Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to my non-Muslim guests. Thank you for joining me on the sixth and the final episode of the Hijab series. There's a few more issues I want to do, but I'll have to do them inshallah at a later date. But I want to make this video and end the series on a positive note. And I want you to say a big Jazakallah khairan and may Allah reward you for all the sisters who wear hijab as an act of faith and an act of worship. So meaning that they view hijab just as they do the prayer. They see it as an act of faith and an act of fashion. As fasting, they see it as an act of worship and an act of faith. The same as zakat or any other part of Islam. They see it as an act of worship, and therefore they don't make it up as they go along. They don't define hijab by what they like or what they think or so forth. They define it by what Allah says, the Messenger says, the female companions. And basically the reason why I'm making this video is because, and I want the sisters to remember, even though they know already, but the reminder benefits the believer, is that, as you know, that in Jannah there is what no eye has ever seen, there is what no ear has ever heard, and is what no heart has ever felt. And the reason why I wanted to do this video of support is because if it wasn't for those sisters who basically see hijab as an act of worship here, and they research it and read about it both, and they follow in the footsteps of the female companions. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because if we didn't have these group of sisters who are connected to the scholars and wear the correct hijab, the examples of hijab that non-Muslim women see in society would leave the non-Muslims very confused. Now we all know that when we give dawah we call to Tawheed. But if you're calling to Tawheed, a person to Tawheed, and you're wearing a hijab, that you're wearing a fashion hijab with lots of makeup, lots of bright different colours, you know what I'm saying, was it skin tight top and leggings and this, that and the other and so forth, eyed red with lipstick, red with lipstick to look sexy, eyebrows shaped, eyelashes made longer and stuff like that. If you're talking to this person about Tawheed and stuff like that, it's hard for them to take you seriously. Now the whole thing is that also when people see these women, either like the sisters, we all know when the brother Adam Saleh came round and the sisters in hijab were chasing him like it's in 100 chicks, or like how those females chase rappers and rock stars and stuff, screaming and crying and kissing and hugging them and so forth. If this is the example that they have of worshippers of Tawheed, or worshippers of monotheism, or worshippers of Allah, no one's going to take them seriously. And also if you have like these hijab tutorial sisters who have millions of views on their videos and millions of followers, that, you know what I'm saying, trying to look sexy in hijab, trying to look lustful in hijab, trying to look sensual in hijab. If these are the only kind of sisters, you know what I'm saying, that are in public, who when they go out in public and meet non-Muslim women and this, that and the other and so forth, and mix with them and so forth, then it makes us look like jokers. It makes the religion look foolish. It makes the religion look like a contradiction. You're trying to be modest, but you're also trying to be sexy. It makes them ignore the words that come out of their mouth when they call to Tawheed. So we need, intelligent, sincere, serious sisters who unlike these other sisters and see hijab as an act of glamour, fashion, sexy, being lustful and so forth. We need sincere, serious, intelligent sisters that are gonna read the texts of the Quran, the Sunnah, and the lives of the female companions, and actually manifest that in real life. And that's why we have to say a big Jazakallah khairan to the sisters who are in touch with the scholars, who study the deen, who learn about Tawheed, Aqidah, and are in touch with the scholars like the late Sheikh Al-Albani, Sheikh bin Baz, Sheikh Uthaymeen, Sheikh Mukbil, and the scholars of today like Sheikh Fawzan and Sheikh Al-Muslim Al-Abad, and so forth. We need these we need to be thankful for these sisters, because these are the few sisters, inshallah, that take the hijab seriously. And if we don't have these sisters that are carrying the hijab in the correct way, and are interacting with these non-Muslims, then the only sisters that they're going to interact with are basically, like I said, these fashion wearing sisters and these culture wearing sisters and so forth, hijab wearing sisters and so forth. And then it's gonna make hijab look very shallow. It's gonna make hijab look very foolish. It's gonna make hijab look very contradictory. So we ask these sisters to keep up the good work. We ask them to please take these sisters aside and advise them with hikmah and gentleness and so forth, and explain to them how you learn hijab and how you learn how to wear hijab and so forth, and the evidence of what hijab is supposed to be like, and that we can't make up as we go along. So basically, I don't want to make this video too long, but keep it up. Keep up the good work, keep on striving, and please befriend new Muslims and these sisters, inshallah, and please educate them of how the female companions used to wear hijab and how they used to interact with people in public, and let them know, that that there's a certain way even to act online. I'm not saying that sisters and brothers should have their pictures up online, but if they're gonna do it anyway, then there's a certain way to interact with each other. You can't send hearts to each other. You can't send kisses to each other. You can't post music videos of naked men or naked women and stuff like this. We all sin, yeah. But it's for people to be ashamed of their sins and to hide them, because Allah said all of my ummah will be forgiven except those who broadcast their evil. So I just want to round up the series by saying Jazakallah khairan to the sisters who wear correct hijab and don't go out in bright colours. They don't go out in see-through hijab. They don't show some of their. So in ending, I just want to say Jazakallah khairan to the sisters who wear the hijab as an act of faith and worship, who don't wear hijab and makeup, who wear dull colours. They don't go out in bright different colours and stuff, trying to get attention and look like a carnival and so forth. The sisters that don't try and put glittery things in their hijab and stuff so everyone looks at them. The ones that just basically wear dull colours, not see-through hijab, not tight hijab. The ones who basically want to go out into the dunya, do what they have to do, and then come back without getting any more attention.